Oh, dude. What's up, everybody? We are live at the house. Texas just finally sealed off a barn burner, 39-31. Who would have thought that? In the Peach Bowl, Texas becomes the first ever college football team to win every single Big Six game or Big Six bowl game there is. That's a wild stat. Didn't know that. Thank you, Kyle.
Umlang.
Texas wins 39-31. We'll go over the stats real quick. Quinn Ewers, 20 completions on 30 attempts, 322 yards. That doesn't 3 TDs, 1 interception. That doesn't feel like that's what happened at all. Rushing game was non-existent. Wisner, 18 carries, 45 yards, averaged 2.5 yards for the team. Golden, 7 receptions, 149 yards, 1 TD. Helm with another TD in overtime. DeAndre Moore scored a touchdown what feels like yesterday at this point. Let me scroll down to here. Auburn didn't make a single field goal. Thanks, man. Actually made one.
Yeah, you made one.
It's unbelievable.
I said some terrible things about him in this game.
Yeah, we all said a lot of bad things about Auburn, but I've been saying a lot of bad things about Auburn for the last couple of weeks. We said special teams needed to step up. They did. Unfortunate events when he actually ran into the kicker and not he buried the kicker, didn't block the punt. Bolden comes right back, runs it all the way back. What's up, Binks? How we doing? We got a full animal village out here. Binks is making his debut on the podcast. This game sucked for all of us. Not the game. We get the first possession of the football and we take it down. I am cutting in and out. There we go. We take it down, two throws, score a touchdown.
It's exciting first quarter.
Arizona State punts the ball. Bolden, touchdown, takes it to the house. Then just crickets. We score a field goal, go to the half, and we didn't score another touchdown until the fourth quarter. Quite embarrassing. Second, third, and most of the fourth quarter. What did you guys take away from the football game that we just played?
It was an emotional roller coaster, man. We were in some dark places there in the third and fourth quarter. Gosh, I was giving up hope there at the end, but thank God we pulled it out.
Zach's in front of me packing up his cooler. I was like, no. I saw it happen, and I let it happen for a minute.
Aggressive.
It was very aggressive. Everybody knew there was a packing up going on.
Man,
grabbing all the crap off the table.
Yeah. Spilled something. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to spill that. Well, it's very aggressive right now.
Yeah, what a emotional roller coaster with the way that game started. It really felt like it was going to go like we thought it was going to go, and this game was going to be in hand by the third quarter. Maybe we see Arch come in and a lot of these backups get into play, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, man, the offense just hit a wall and we couldn't move the ball. And then the defense being out on the field as much as they were, the defense really played a good game. But when you're out on the field, it ended up being 37 minutes and 54 seconds that the defense was out on the field. I mean, seeing Scadaboo throwing up on the sideline, he's exhausted. That defensive line was exhausted. We were rotating in guys 4 at a time, just seeing the way that the defense was able to bow up at times was crazy. And, man, just an emotional roller coaster. The offense really sputtered, but got us in position multiple times. And, I hate to be that guy, but I'm all about leaving Auburn and Atlanta if we can.
Yeah, in Atlanta. I don't want to kick it.
You missed. Okay, I get the 48-yard. You missed that. That's not an easy field goal to make. But the next one, come on, dude. You practice those every day. We see those made on college game day every Saturday, and you're on scholarship for the entire time you're at Texas. You're Texas' leading kicker all time, and they handed you the game on the platter to be the hero, and you shanked it.
I hate that we have to live that he has that stat of the most.
I know.
Goals.
Yeah, it's like one of those, just like, hey, Can we get anybody to break that record, please? Because
Yeah.
I don't want him on that. We talked about it over and over again. Auburn is just going to be – it's going to come down to Auburn making a field goal. Luckily, for this game, it didn't cost us somehow. We play like this
Insane.
next week, we are done.
Oh, yeah,
Like now, it is not the defense's fault. Let's be very clear. The defense for the first half and a little bit of a quarter played great, but they were on the field the entire time. We talked about it.
Yes.
The second Texas, they throw the ball twice, score a touchdown. Next possession, they immediately just run it back on a punt. It's like the defense is just not on, like they're not getting any break whatsoever. So this is not on the defense. Like the defense is still good. At the end of the game, they were just gassed. Now, Scadaboo, he plays Texas, and we have our offense. He doesn't touch anything else. Like he does not have the yardage he has right now. Our offense just could not move the football whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it annoyed me. And that's not just on Quinn. That's also on the play calls. Like we did not run the ball at all.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the end of regulation. I believe it was about right underneath that 2-minute warning. We let it go down to the 2-minute warning. Instead of you got Arizona State with 2 timeouts, run the ball, force them to use those timeouts. Worst case scenario, you're kicking a field goal under 40 seconds left in the game. Instead, 2 questionable play calls where they're not high percentage throws. Now all of a sudden we're sitting there with Arizona State getting the ball back and us missing the long field goal. It's like some of those play calls that were being called was just questionable. And then, I mean, you look at the offensive line, penalties like crazy on those last couple of drives. It's super frustrating to see that, even guys like Banks making those mistakes. You can't be making those mistakes in the playoffs. And then the entire day, we never established a running game the entire day. Mm-hmm. And that was super frustrating because we know how our offense is when we can't rush the ball. And we saw that and put our defense in bad position time and time again. So some massive things to work on going into next game that ultimately almost cost us the game. It should have cost us the game, honestly, if there wouldn't have been some insanely clutch plays made. So
it's pretty shocking that we weren't able to run the ball better than we did against that defensive line. The size disparity in our line versus their line,
it's not. Sark took that Big 12 mentality. It was like, you know what, we're going to slink it the whole time. That's what he did. Like that's exactly what happened. He came in and was like, you know what, this is Big 12 football again. We know what this is like. We're just going to throw the football left and right. And the problem is there was not accuracy with Quinn again. And there was some that were ducks that were thrown up. It's like he does not throw a fast football. It is a feathered ball.
For a deep ball.
For a deep ball, it is always feathered. And it's
never on the line.
Live by the sword, die by the sword. But there was a couple that you throw that next week and it's picked off. There was a couple already picked off this week. So I'm pretty sure we're like 8th or 7th in like turnovers for the season. Like we have a massive amount of turnovers.
Yeah, it seems like every game or something.
Yeah, I think we were like 120th coming into this game.
Mm-hmm. And we talked about it. Like special teams worked out a little bit today, but we had the fourth quarter, we had 2 or 3 false starts.
Is this live?
I mean, it's unbelievable, dude. Like we're playing Ohio State tomorrow. Yeah, we're playing Ohio State next week.
And on 30 January 10th, 0.
It's 30-0 with 8:47 left in the second. This game is over. This is what happens when you get a little bit of a.
Why did we travel?
Yeah, that has gotta suck. Traveling in California. Yeah, exactly true. So it will be Texas, Ohio State. They'll be playing next on January 10th, and they'll also be playing on August, 31st, 30th, right around in there.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
all right. I was not following you there.
So we have
a chance to hand Ohio State back-to-back
exactly.
losses.
So that's the goal right now. But right now, it's
such a hard time being cocky right now. After that game,
that game humbled me, man. I'm going to be honest.
I'm all in. I don't care. Look, this is playoff football. We've talked about it. I don't care. This is the same thing with the Rangers. You win, you move on. You lose, you go home. Right now, we've won and we have gone on, and I'm still in the same mode. And that's what I hit a little bit of that mode at the end. But when I saw Zach pack that thing up right at fourth quarter, or like it was 4th down, and he packed it up, and I was like, not today. This is not the time right now. And then all of a sudden, Golden with the touchdown.
It's the motivation our team needed, man.
We go downstairs. We come right back up, and all of a sudden, Helms in the end zone with a touchdown. I was like, what just happened? So it's
all about them lucky fries.
I don't care. It is win or go home. It doesn't matter how you win. Right now, it matters that you win. Yeah. And that's the mode that I'm in, and that's what you have to have in playoff mode. You can't look back and sit back like, oh, we should have done this, should have done this. That's what the coaches are for. They can go do that. But right now, it is just, hey, we're moving on. We're going back home. We're going to sit home for a couple of days, and we're going to move to Dallas. We're going to take it home again there, and then we're going right back to Atlanta. And now we've got the confidence of being in Atlanta. We know that stadium now. It'll be our third game playing there. So that's where I'm at. And I really don't care. Like, this is what playoff sports is all about. It's win and move on. So this game is gone out of my brain. Scattaboo, bye-bye. Don't care. Go cry yourself to sleep. I don't care that I'm tired. Hey, get some more calisthenics in there, bud.
Dude was
it's not my fault. I don't care, dude.
Dude was gas the entire second half.
Yeah, you can't tell yourself that you're going to be the best running back in America and act like that. Like, oh, do we have to run the football again? Okay, here we go. Now, he did a great job, but shut up. Do your job. Like, that's literally what you're getting paid for. Go do that. So that's my rant.
Yeah, he went crazy in that fourth quarter, man. That was one player single-handedly legitimately bringing a team back. I mean, he even threw a touchdown pass, which I don't know what was happening on our secondary on that play. But I will praise the defense on the stonewall at the goal line once again. We see it again somehow.
It's our signature.
Some way. It's our signature thing to stop these offenses 2 plays in a row, point blank. Especially with the running back like him, just a big bruiser. Jesus, that was almost a pick six.
This game is over.
This game's insane.
It's over.
But no, man, like you said, we can sit here and nitpick and do whatever we want, but at the end of the day, we're sitting here with a win.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn struggled at times, obviously, but the fourth down throw, Golden being our wide receiver 1, being that guy for us is huge. Seeing the way him step up. That fourth down throw, though, man, was absolutely insane. Stood in there. We knock Quinn for kind of being a little hesitant and throwing off his back foot or throwing sidearm. He stepped right into that blitz and delivered the ball exactly where he had to throw it. So, obviously we had a lot of text threads going with a lot of frustration with Quinn in the offense. But at the end of the day, he had ice in his veins when he needed to and made the clutch throws when he had to. So
we do have our producer, like our watching producer Joe, and we also have Mr. Tim Kittle. Hello, welcome to the chat. But also we have other people watching. Let us know where you're watching in the chat. Need you to comment in the chat because I want to know who's lurking, because I'm pretty sure there's probably some people that hate Texas watching in the chat. So go ahead and put your name in here also, because I'll call you to the carpet also, because I am in that mode right now. It is playoff mode, and I will call you to the carpet. But also, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We do love you. But also, this is a sports podcast, so we're going to talk a little trash because I've been getting it non-stop.
How many this is playoff footballs are we going to get in this podcast? This is playoff football.
You will hear it for the rest of the time. I don't care. Like, it's literally like, oh, I'm sorry, we got an interception. We turned into a touchdown later on. Okay, it's over. Like, that's all that matters. Stats don't matter. Nothing matters except for at the end of the game, what's the score? Cool, we won. We're moving on. This game is an absolute onslaught. Like, this game do they have a mercy rule in the playoffs? Because if you score 60 at halftime,
there's 7 minutes to go.
What happened to Oregon? This is insane.
Oregon's been dominant all year.
And home address. Yeah. Put your home address also on there because I will find you. Yeah.
I will call out producer Joe. For saying some pretty nasty things.
Slandering.
Oh, what do you? Let's pull up the chat. Let's pull it up.
We got some pretty nasty things saying that he's ready for Quinn to be gone. Wow. He's ready to turn the page. It was tough to see. It was tough to see.
Joe. Look, I understand what you're saying, but I also don't, because it is playoff football. Get out. Can we ban him from the chat right now? Can we ban him? No, sir. Look at you dance who you brought. Okay, that's who you dance with. You dance with who you brought, and you can't say that right now. It's playoff football. Put it on the board. It's playoff football, and you can't sit there and do that. It doesn't matter. Okay, Arch isn't going to come in here and just make everything okay again right now. He doesn't have the experience, so you won't get those 2 throws with Arch right now. I'll tell you that. The 4th down throw and the overtime throw, you're not going to get those throws with him, or both overtime throws. You're not going to get those with him. So, dance with who you brought with you, bud. That's what we're doing right now. It's playoff football.
Playoff football, yeah.
Ken Arch kick. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, damn with the Ken Arch kick. Yeah, I do hope. Anybody, I'll take anybody because right now I can't stand Auburn. We have talked about it over and over and over again.
I wish you guys had talked more crap to his parents back in the day.
I know. We stepped aside that one day. We should have known.
So, just so anybody that doesn't know, we went to the OU Red River shootout with Texas. We're there. By the way, the 49-0 one. By the way, we got balls. We sat in the end zone for the Red River shootout. Not the Texas end zone. We sat in the Sooner end zone. But we got there early for the teams to come in. We've been there for a little bit. Family walks in, jumps right in front of us on the fence. I was like, hello, been standing here for a little bit. What do you know? Guy's got an Auburn jersey on. It was his dad and his mom. Bless them. But also your kid sucks at kicking. Like you got one job to do. Sorry. Like this is what happens. I'm sure he's getting NIL money now.
He's
so this is literally your job. Kick the ball.
He is I believe 15 for 22 on the year now.
Ladies and gentlemen, my wife has entered the chat. And she's cackling in the background. Team Manning forever. Viewers is trash. We've had our first person deleted from the podcast. That would be my wife. With pleasure. Can't be doing this. Hope you got some hair trimmers for Christmas. Yeah, dude. Auburn's hair is also ugly as hell.
Can we talk about the premature celebration from TJ on the kick to end regulation?
Oh, the doink!
I've got
the doink.
I'll post it. Like I literally have.
I had
video.
TJ jumping on my shoulder as it doinked off the bar.
Better than kneeing you in the nuts on a celebration.
Yeah. Is this one? Yeah.
Oh, you really got it.
Oh, I literally have it. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. That one hurt a lot.
I know.
Nobody moved.
Just looked over.
I'm so hyped, dude. I'm so hyped. This is playoff football.
We were actually kind of confident about that one. All 3 of us were like, Auburn's making
Can't
this
miss
one.
that one, dude. Can't miss that one, Needed. Drills, the field goal. Do the Bears draft a field goal kicker in the first round? Because I have a kicker for you. Somebody that wants to hit a field goal on the post, that's going to be Auburn to the Bears first round.
Dude, I saw somebody post. They were like, I don't think I've ever seen a football fan do a surrender cobra on an extra point attempt. It was the extra point attempt, and the Texas fans were like, oh,
yeah, it's been unreal. We all knew he was going to miss. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, shocker.
Dude, what a game, though, man. That was not what I was expecting when we went to half at 17-3. We really felt confident that maybe we'd jump out to 24-3.
We're putting the game away.
After the first touchdown, I thought it was going to be Big 12 championship last year. Also, by the way, if you're watching, the 10 people that are listening and watching, if you're watching, you need to put in the chat back-to-back Big 12 champions, because that's what we are. We're back-to-back Big 12 champions. Did Yormark actually, we didn't see the trophy presentation. Did he have to present that to us? That'd be fantastic. I would have definitely offered, like, I need Yormark to actually come over here.
You know, he was
there.
Though.
Oh no, I saw.
He was there.
There were Texas fans that had the same flight as him.
Okay,
yeah, so he was definitely there. So yeah, he was there to give us the Big 12 championship again, back to back Big 12 champs. If you look at Twitter, Instagram, we've posted that. That's our little picture montage for that. So yeah, credit to us. That's what we've done. We've done nothing. We've done nothing. This has been a fun podcast. This has been a lot better.
You're on one, dude.
I'm fired
You're
up.
feeling it.
This is
Playoff
This is playoff football, dude.
We know.
Can't
We
hold
know.
anything back.
That's also undefeated 6 bowl appearances. Yeah, if you were here in the first 2 minutes of the podcast, you'd know that, Joe. We've already mentioned that, but thank you so much.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Orange Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Fiesta
Orange
Bowl,
Bowl, Cotton Bowl,
Peach Bowl,
Fiesta Bowl, Peach Bowl,
Rose Bowl,
Rose Bowl,
Sugar.
Sugar. Citrus not in there?
No,
Citrus and orange, 2 different things.
2 different things.
Orange.
We got orange.
But have we won a Citrus Bowl? I need you to look that up. I need you to look it up. Citrus Bowl. Have we won?
I feel like you're on
Google
Adderall.
it. I know. I feel like it. It's just the adrenaline rush, dude.
He's like
That
rocking
game, dude. That
himself.
game was so like back and forth. It's brought me back to a little bit of the baseball.
Dude, I
fever.
was pacing it in
I
a
know,
very
dude.
dark place.
It is a fun spot
Golly.
for me. This is a fun spot for me because this is exactly what I felt with the Rangers back in the day. Talked about it before, talking about it now. This is the adrenaline rush you get, and you run on the high. Like this is the fun part. So,
Dude, it was fun. That was such a fun game, man. We had talked about all year how we hadn't really had to like sweat too much, really, other than that SEC championship. We really haven't had a game.
What a
where-
dumb
but,
thing for us to have said.
we egged this on.
I
And
don't
look
care.
at us now.
What a
Because it's
dumb
fun.
thing to say.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked at Facebook this morning and I saw my memories, and I was like, Texas had a great year. They played really well. Penix thrashed us. I went, oh, that's not what I wanted to see this morning on the way back from disc golf today. So luckily we survived that. My God.
2 playoff wins, man. 2 playoff wins.
How did we survive that? I'm here. I'm in playoff mode, but that was an intense
I mean, I
ride.
feel bad how the lack of confidence that I had going into that overtime. I thought we were cooked. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, my confidence definitely got shaken going into that overtime because it just
Yeah.
felt like that momentum was just zapped.
Ever
from
since
us.
the halftime, like we could not get any momentum. And I was just like, well, that's a game.
No
Thank
turnovers until Makuba there on that last play, man.
Dude, the call out for that turnover. Good job, y'all.
I didn't do that. That was
John,
him.
right?
I
Yeah.
felt-
I did it the
felt it
time
coming, man.
before, but you did. Like you knew it's been. I don't know how many games in a row that is. It's got to be 10, but I'm pretty sure that's 10 interception games in a row.
Yeah, that's
It's either 9 or 10,
we for sure.
which is a wild stat
Yeah.
to begin with. So I still have full confidence in the defense. Like this is a game that they literally played 75% of the game. I don't put any
Yeah.
fault on the defense. They were just exhausted by the end of it, and they continue to fight. Like they really, really did continue to fight the entire time, even though they literally played most of the game. This is on Quinn. This is on Sark. This is on the offensive line. The offensive line was not very good today. Like
no.
Arizona State kept barreling through them. It's like, hey guys, like we're the SEC. Like we're supposed to be bigger, faster, and stronger, and you're just letting Arizona State barrel in here.
Yeah, the pocket collapse that was happening constantly throughout the game, the lack of time in the pocket was very surprising.
Now that was the best Big 12 team they had, apparently, but
Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at that defense. I feel like they did a good job spying on him all day. The one time that they didn't spy him was on the freaking 3rd and 14 there. And I was like, the one time we don't spy this dude, he picks up 17 yards and a first down. But I thought Anthony Hill and Colin Simmons did a good job spying all day, keeping him contained.
Dude.
And then who was it? Alfred Collins, I feel like played really well against Scadaboo. And then Trey Moore. I feel like he's been so quiet this year, but Trey Moore had a couple of sacks in this game, tackle for loss. So seeing him play well was good to see. But man,
it sucks so bad to be like Trey Moore, be like, hey dude, where you been? But he's just not as fast as all the other guys that are getting to
Yeah.
the quarterback like right now.
yeah,
And he'll get there, but it's just like our defense is so freaking good right now.
Yeah.
That it's, the only thing that saves us, I feel like, is the defense does have those 5 or 6 guys that don't play a lot of downs, but they play those special downs, and they were able to play a lot. Like our defense is deep. That's the only thing that saved us.
Oh,
If
yeah.
our defense wasn't
sure.
deep, we are dead in the water. And that's a difference between moving from the Big 12 to here and what Sark has built for this team. 3 years ago, we would have been slaughtered.
Well, yeah, they would have been on the highlights on the sidelines looking like Scatterbrain.
Exactly.
But that wasn't the
Crying.
case.
Bro, those boys were crying the whole first half. Like Leave it and Scottaboo both are just like, oh, hey, where you at? Like, oh, hey, I'm over here. Like, that's got to be the most annoying. And then Scottaboo's just in there talking to the camera, like, "Hey, dude, you're still playing the game. It's not over yet. Like, why are you talking to the camera right now? It's not over." And so now no one will remember that because that is just a
Moments before disaster.
Exactly, like you lost the game, so no one cares what you said in the camera. Now I'm sure if that happened and they won, everyone would see that, but they number one, ESPN loves some ASU. Number two, Big Ten refs love some ASU and wanted them to play Oregon, or actually not Oregon because Oregon's dead, but Ohio State. The amount of holding calls that I saw. Now, all of you crying about the targeting non-call for against Texas, don't care because that one against Bond was for sure a targeting call. Dude picked up and leaped towards Bond, who was a defenseless receiver. I don't care if he caught the ball or not, still a defenseless receiver. That should have been a targeting call. That didn't get called, which means this one didn't get called. I honestly don't know what targeting call is anymore.
The Michael Taft one blew me away.
I don't know how we didn't get called for that, to be honest, but at the same time, like, he's not intentionally trying to, and it wasn't crown of the helmet. It was helmet to helmet, but it wasn't crown of the helmet.
Both stood up straight and just ran into each other.
That's not what you said earlier. Earlier, you were like, why don't you just make a form tackle?
No, exactly. I mean, I do think that was a targeting. I do think that was a missed call on both sides. I think it was a targeting on Bond. I think it was a targeting on Taft. You know, it's just kind of interesting to see. Can we talk about how Gunnar Helm died for a second? on that play.
He was reborn. All of a sudden, with the camera cut, he's back on the line.
Tackle. Grab the knee.
TJ goes, no.
It's like, he's dead. He's dead. Next thing you know, he's up and plays 2 more plays. I'm like,
I thought the dude just blew his knee
literally
out.
thought it was season ending. Like, I don't understand what.
Yeah, it looks like he was writhing in pain. All of a sudden, the camera cuts away, and all of a sudden, he's standing back up ready to snap the ball.
Taft getting that injury at the end. I didn't really see if he was bothered by that.
I think it was
at any
a stinger,
point, but
I'm pretty sure it was a stinger.
Yeah, I was hoping because right where they were holding it, obviously they were saying, potential collarbone or something like that, but I didn't really see him after that. I wasn't.
They being TJ, who was diagnosing the entire thing for us.
The second I saw him grab the knee, I was like, oh, I know what that feels like. Whatever that is. Yeah, I feel that. I felt it at disc golf this morning multiple times.
I know exactly.
Freaking roller coaster, man. That was the most roller coaster game that I can think of in recent memory.
Boy, Dylan Gabriel putting on his best
OU
2020. Oh, and he kicked at the end. Did you see that little kick from him?
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel putting his best 2024 OU performance that he's got for him. This is over.
Just like the other 2 guys held him there, and the third one plowed right into him.
Watch him kick at the end after he gets tackled. Like, here it is, running around, gets tackled. Show the kicks. Kicked like a little baby. And then I don't know what that celebration is, but there's that. But yeah, we'll be playing Ohio State, which is going to be fantastic, especially for the fact that we open the season with them the next season. So Gabriel back to pass, looking around, throws it, and it's complete to number 1. He runs up the sideline, breaks a tackle, back inside, hit down by number 6 from Ohio State. Holden with a big play on the first down in the Rose Bowl game.
Auditioning to be an announcer
to nothing. Look at boys. No practice.
That was pretty good.
No practice. That was pretty solid.
He stepped out and came back
in. Doesn't matter. He established. Gabriel back in, back to pass. Avoids a tackle. Passes back to the back. He's running down.
You need a little card to know the players'
4-yard game. Yeah, I need the little guy in my ear that's pointing to the name.
Huge play to cut it to a 31-point lead.
Does anyone know what targeting is? It's impossible now. He's no Gus. I'm sorry. I'm close to because I have no voice. Okay,
you got to have a trademark.
That's about as close as I can get to Gus Johnson from a couple weeks ago.
You need your Gus Johnson to chime in. You're doing the play-by-play, and then Gus Johnson chimes in with the hype.
Yeah, Gus Johnson's the play-by-play
guy. Unbelievable.
Number 6 running down the ball.
Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
He's going off the rail.
We'll work on it. This is actually fantastic. I just wait till we're in Dallas. Elliot, come here. What was your score prediction? Okay, well, what's your
Well,
score
see you later.
prediction for Ohio State, Texas? Because that's what it's going to be. Hold on here.
Just talking to Mike.
I think it's gonna be 26-34. Texas.
34-26 Texas.
34-26 Texas. Texas over Ohio State.
Take it to the bank.
Slamming the Buckeyes. I'm going to bet everything.
Bet
I'm
the house
flying to
on it.
Vegas right now, betting
Bet
the house.
on it.
Gabriel breaks out of the pocket, running down, and he's down the sideline. Did not get
Didn't
the
extend
first
the
down. It is third down with 9 seconds left
Dude,
in
I
the
did not-
second.
I did not see this coming.
Oregon could actually have no life still, but
Oregon
7
was
points.
overhyped.
Yeah, dude.
No way.
I think everybody is been way overhyped. Alabama loss, South Carolina loss. Just continue over and over and over again.
Dude, Ohio State has to be one of the most confusing teams
Right.
Ole Miss
in college
gets
football.
buried tomorrow because they moved the sugar. Oh, what a catch by number 6, and he break.
Oh,
and
my
he slammed
God.
down by number 8 from
That
Ohio
was
State.
aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
2 seconds left.
Yeah, they'll
First
kick
and
the field
goal. They can't kick a field goal. There's no shot. Oregon's kicking a field
We
goal
got
here.
on the board.
I think they just need to get on the board here.
Oh yeah, Elliot, come here 1 second. I need you over here real quick. I want you to tell us
Immortality.
why. This is the reason why we won. This is why Texas won. Tell me why.
The Lucky Fries.
The
The
Lucky
Lucky
Fries,
Fries.
ladies and gentlemen. We went to Wingstop, and we had wings. We had fries. We've been up here. The boys are downstairs, and I go downstairs at the end, and I just hear, "Oh, it's because of the Lucky Fries." I was like, "What are y'all talking about?"
Dude,
They're
we
like-
were playing like trash, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
the kids started saying, "The Lucky Fries," and we're like, we started playing
Sorry,
really
what's
good.
going on?
Keep eating the
Yeah,
fries.
yeah. So not a sponsor, but everybody on January 10th needs to go to Wingstop. They need to get
The
Ask
fries.
for the Lucky Fries.
the crack fries. Yeah, get the crack fries from Wingstop. Elliot, what's Zach's kid's name?
Jackson.
Jackson. Elliot and Jackson made this game happen. The only reason this game happened,
Stuffing French fries in
just
their mouth.
pounding. There were 4 baskets of French fries downstairs. They were all gone. I went downstairs, found out about the Lucky thing. I said, if I come back down here and there are fries at the end of the game, you boys are in trouble, and we're going to blame all you. Fries are gone. Game's a W. So on January 10th, I'll be ordering fries. When we're in Dallas, Elliot and Jackson will both be eating a basket of
Just
fries.
DoorDash
during
them
the
to their
game.
house.
Yes, I will. And if we're down, oh, guess what? You're getting 10 baskets of fries.
It's only weird if it doesn't work.
Yes, that was the only thing that kept us alive there, including Zach again abruptly closing that. It was just not even an announcement. It was just grab cooler, huge cooler, set it down angrily, zip, zip, zip. Knock the cans over. Sorry, dude. Didn't mean to knock the cans over. No, dude, it's fine. Aggressively puts the cans back on the table, grabs it, picks up, walks around, golden touchdown. Everyone celebrates. I said, put that cooler down right now. Unzip it. We're back in this.
You said, Zach, this is playoff football.
It's playoff football, but he tried to talk trash about Ewers the whole time, and
No, he didn't.
rightfully so. Well, he did a couple times. He did. He wanted
It
to say a
slipped
lot.
out a couple
I
of
think
times.
it was.
No,
the,
it's
I think it
about
was the
fine.
body language more than
The
anything.
body
I think
language
it was. I think it was that.
There was one. He was like, "Oh, he floated that ball. Oh, Oregon is coming
Did he
back.
get it?
That is a touchdown.
Oregon on the board.
34-7. Oregon's back in it." That's my best
Look at
Gus
the
Johnson I got. That's the best Gus Johnson I got. At the buzzer, 34-7. This
We got
game's
a
still
game.
over. Still over. It is. He's probably not even in. Watch.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
There we go.
He's in.
We're
He's in.
back.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. We're back. You guys got anything else on this game?
Yeah,
I mean, I need to go home and
I
decompress.
was about to say I gotta watch the overtime probably over again because I think I blacked out through part of it from my blood pressure being too high. So
yeah, this is.
it was-
we've got 10
it
days.
was fun, man. That
We've
was a
got-
fun game.
We've got 10 days. We're gonna try. We're gonna figure out. We're going to Dallas, boys. Here, boys and girls. We're going to Dallas. whether or not we record on Thursday night, whatever we do, we're gonna try and get there early to Dallas, and we're gonna try and record. That is a 2-point conversion completion, number 14. With the completion,
There
it is
you go.
34-8. Don't call it a comeback, boys. But we are going to go to Dallas.
Do we know what time the Cotton Bowl is?
The Cotton Bowl's at 6:30 on Friday.
6:30 on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
So probably it's going to be a maybe 4:00 podcast if we do that. Like I'm going to leave 11 o'clock probably. I'll take all of you boys. We're going to leave at 11. We'll go down to Arlington, find a spot, post up, go live. And then we're going to the game, but I want to try and do something live downtown or down Arlington somewhere right in front of the stadium.
Yeah, we got some time to plan for it.
This
Yeah,
is
10 days.
we've got 10 days. This has
Man.
been quite a ride. This is
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. Last year we lost today in the semifinals.
Yeah.
In the semifinals, and we're still about to go play again right now. Like that's crazy to think about. So
Yeah.
still got a long road ahead of us. Going to Dallas, and then we're going to Atlanta after that. After we smoke Ohio State, they're going to bring their best Michigan. We'll just bring out Michigan helmets. How about that? They'll be full of that. We'll just come out in Michigan helmets, and they'll have no idea what to do. And we'll be planning. I'll tell you right now, we're in Cotton Bowl, so Jerry will allow us to plant a flag in the middle of that stadium, and I promise you that will be happening. So, yeah, that's about all I got. Running deep or the running backs were non-existent. A little bit of the play call, a lot of bit of the play call. Offensive line not very good. We got a lot to work on. If we don't change something up, we are in deep trouble.
Yeah.
So, other than that, you guys got anything else?
No,
What a
man.
win.
Nope.
Welcome.
We got to win.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you, whether or not you're on Twitter, you're on YouTube. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you're subscribing. If you're not subscribing, how are you going to know we're going live again? But we'll be going live again in just a little bit, about 10 days from now, when we're in the Cotton Bowl.
Let's go.
Going to get another W. Hook 'em
get
horns,
it.
everybody.
Hook 'em
Thanks so much for joining. We appreciate it.